and
You
don't
have no
know
risk.
how simple it is to actually get dates.
Erroneous.
From like a woman's
Erroneous.
perspective, it's not that hard.
To
And from me getting screenshots from the men I work with, it's not that hard. Y'all are just weird sometimes.
I mean, there is like a study where women like literally only like 3% of men's profiles.
I've read
when
that, I've read
men
that.
like
the
over
study.
50% of the profiles. So it's like,
It's a numbers game.
I mean, it's like the top 5% of men are getting like 90%. Like the top 5% of men are getting 95% of the women on these dating apps. So it's like,
But barely any of them are actually talking to each other
right.
to get on a date, which is what like the Riz would be for, to actually interact with them.
I mean, I guess I feel like it's not as much about.
It's
the
definitely
talking.
harder for men, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you're like a dating coach, correct? Okay. I have a question for the panel. Not to like dog on your job, but I was just gonna say like
It's a new one.
if you found out like your man that you're talking to or your woman that you're talking to had like someone like helping them, you know, like get a date with you, how would you feel about that? We can start with you, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't really care as long as like they're not doing like everything, like as long as it's showing like a little bit of his personality and like someone's not writing the whole thing for him. I don't think it matters.
I feel like it's kind of like funny but also like cute at the same time. Like I wouldn't like judge you if you didn't know how to talk to women. Like if anything, that's great that you don't know how to talk to women, because that means you haven't really been with a lot of women, right? So it's like,
absolutely.
that's how I feel about it.
Well, one thing that the people I've worked with have struggled with is like if the person they're talking to finds out that they've gotten help. I think it's only happened once where it's like a guy's friend found out and she was like, that's weird.
Oh.
But like, let's say I was dating someone and find out that they had a coach. First of all, I'd want to talk to the coach, but
Yeah.
I think it's admirable if a man cares enough about his love life to invest in help. It's like getting a personal trainer. Like the fact that you had professional
good
help
perspective
doesn't
on it, yeah.
take away. In
gonna
fact,
say the
it proves that you are committed to this. And I think it's different from matchmaking. Like I'm not typing out messages for anyone. I'm saying like for conversations, instead of it sounding like an interview, be like, hey, offer your own answer to this question too. So it's
Yeah.
like it's still they're leading it. They're just getting help, which is why I focus on dating apps, because that is kind of hard to do.
Yeah, I guess like for me, I feel like honestly, like it would probably be like a little bit of an ick, like if I found out. Like I don't know personally, like I just like feel like the man should like always like take the lead in like situations like
Initiating.
that. So yeah.
Well, I mean, have y'all seen the movie Hitch with Will Smith?
Oh, I've heard
not
of
in a long
it.
time, but
It's about how
Refresh.
he helps men get women, but not into bed, but more find love, because it's hard for men to really understand how to talk to women sometimes. And so I think getting help, it's like a therapist, like what
Yeah.
you said. Like I'm in therapy
That's why I
because
did
I want to
psychology.
change myself to be better for the partner and the people that are around me. You know, you have
Yeah.
to work in life to, you know, be good.
yeah, I know for a fact none of y'all have ever looked up how to talk to a guy. Do you guys go in
In middle school,
you guys go on videos right now and say how to get a guy to like you?
I think in like middle school I
Yeah.
looked at like
Yeah,
a WikiHow.
yeah, I
You know
would
what mean?
definitely do that.
And then you
Absolutely.
grew up and realized, oh, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I usually
Yeah.
just go like,
Exactly.
hi, you're cute, and then it works
Yeah.
out.
No, I mean, if a girl ever did that, try to talk to me, whatever, that'd be great. But it is funny, that concept, that I think a lot of girls would be turned off by that if they found out their man needed extracurricular help to learn how to talk.
Yeah.
Because the best way to get women is to have women. Like you,
can
girls.
you elaborate on that?
Thank you for my statement I just made there.
Yeah.
So like, if it's like the proximity thing, I was able to, one time I went to like a, what's it called? Like a Pilates thing.
Yes, or Soul Cycle vibes.
I went to a thing with a beautiful girl, and then she brought her friend, and I ended up sliding on the friend. But the only reason probably that why the friend already thought I was cool was because I already had the social proof that I was with a beautiful woman. So she knew like, oh, this guy must already be cool. Whereas if I would have just went up to the friend and
Yeah.
didn't know, she'd be like, all right, have a good
Bit
one, sir.
creepy.
But it's like when women know you get women or know you can talk to women, they like you. Because it's just like, if other women mess with them, well, I will. But if other women don't mess with them, why would I?
I agree. I just think like
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, it would be a little bit strange to like hear, say like my boyfriend, for
Yeah.
example, like needs someone else to kind of help him. Cause I don't know, the way I'm thinking about it's like, imagine it's like his like girl best friend, like trying to help him talk. Like, I don't know. It's
Girl
just a
best
little
friends
weird.
is so different though.
Yeah. It's just happened before.
Yeah. Oh no. When
It was fine though.
with like a different relationship?
yeah,
Or?
yeah.
How much do you charge for your services?
Wow. I do.
Here's the pitch.
I'm like about to be sold out. I actually already kind of am. I do profile reviews because those are pretty quick and immediate results for $64 for like a 10-15ish minute review, in-depth suggestions. I do month-long coaching for $1,500, taking on clients for August right now. I can only take like 5-ish at a time, so opening up for August. It's a few hundred a week for message support, voice notes, a weekly coaching call. I always call them before first date to be like, you got this, remember, like, don't be weird.
That's nice.
Because usually first dates, it's just anxiety. So it's like, they'll want to know. Most of my videos that do well, it's me just being like, here's what to ask on a first date. No one actually asks it, but it feels nice when you go to the date to know you can talk about something.
Yeah.
So it's like a girl best friend without the weirdness of that.
Has anybody ever told you this following objection? You should not ask a fish how to fish.
All the time.
You hear that
And
all the
it's
time?
the same thing where I'm like, first of all, the foundation is so problematic calling women fish, and it's like you're trying to catch them. I am not a pickup artist. As one of the commenters observed, I'm not giving pickup lines. I cannot just pick up a random person. I think that's weird.
Wait, what's weird?
Like pickup
approaching-
artists being like, oh, like, don't ask a fish how to catch a fish. Ask a fisherman. It's like,
Well, I think it's an analogy.
I know it's an
I don't
analogy,
think-
but it's like
yeah.
the mind of a woman. It's kind of like I've always said guys who grew up with sisters are typically better to date because they already view women as like people, and
As
they
a-
know how to interact with women, as opposed to like the Madonna whore, like viewing women as either a mother or a sex object.
Well, I reject this idea that men.
It's valid. I think men need brotherhood.
No, but I don't think men who don't have sisters view women.
As not people.
I don't think that's
Correlation,
fair.
not
I don't think
causation, though.
That's a fair characterization. What's that?
I think it's a like correlation, not a causation. Men who grew up with sisters tend to be more normal with women. That doesn't mean that if you didn't grow up with sisters, you're
Possibly.
awful.
It's plausible, but
It's
a
a trend I've noticed.
But I mean that's a
On
it's a little Mott and Bailey. That's a different statement than.
the fish.
Well, no. It's your previous comment was men who grew up without sisters, or men who grew up with sisters are more likely to view them as actual human beings, or what I forgot exactly what you said, but I think it was about.
To view them as like
Oh,
people,
people.
rather
Whereas-
than a mother or a sex object.
I mean, it's not clear to me if you have a sister that.
Because your sister isn't
you just
necessarily
have, like, a little
raising
more
you.
experience with like
Understanding women,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
women
I mean,
have periods and
Like
moods and
rage.
swing. Like, you need to understand women to be able to date women.
Well, I think it's a more fair statement to say that if you grew up with a sister, perhaps you have more firsthand experience
Yeah.
having a relationship with someone who's a woman.
I think that's kind of just like exactly what she's saying though.
Yeah.
You
Well,
use different words to say
Yeah.
the same thing.
No, because I mean,
I agree with what
sa-
you're saying.
No, but you're saying that men who didn't grow up with sisters.
No, I just said men who didn't grow up with sisters can still be solid people. It's a trend I've noticed. It doesn't mean that the opposite is true.
Okay, well you're.
I'm sorry,
Moving
men.
the goalpost. No. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. You're just moving the goalposts a little bit, but. But okay.
I have gotten the comment to go back to the fishing.
Sure. Yeah, but and to your credit, I think because I think what a lot of guys might say is like, well, okay, you're a dating coach, you're helping men on the dating apps, but like to your credit, I think you said you're bisexual, correct?
Oh yeah.
So you do have to
I do
some
know how
degree
to
experience
get the woman.
dating women. However, you don't have experience as a straight man dating women.
God
And I think
bless.
there is a
There
difference
is.
there because the dating dynamics between women who are bisexual or who are lesbian, it differs quite substantially between
Yeah.
the dating dynamics between straight men and straight women.
Mm-hmm.
Or I suppose you could say with straight men and bi women, but that's kind of whatever.
Being a man trying to pursue women is different than being a woman trying to
Yeah,
pursue them.
because I think women, let's say a woman who's bi, she's going to give. Let's not even. We can say a woman who's bi. A woman who's bi is going to give another girl a lot more leeway than a straight guy. There's going to be much. I think there's going to
like
be
what behavior would she accept?
there's going to be. I think there's going to be much more expectations on a straight man, from a bisexual woman. She's going to expect more from the straight man than from another woman. In fact, she might even, like, for example, she may kind of lean more into having the guy be the initiator, whereas she might be more of a pursuer when it comes to women.
I feel like that makes a little bit of sense though, because she's already a woman. She knows how women
Yeah.
operate. Like she's already figured it out, kind of. So